Growing up, did your dad work with you some?
A little bit, yeah. I mean, I've played on many different teams. Oh, Joey Michelle used to coach me
Okay.
while I did Coquille.
Okay.
But
Because all right, let's look at the one off the tee first. So we don't want to sink it from. All right, if you look at your back foot off of the tee, you see how that back foot is just like spinning, like doing a bug squish move. You see what I'm saying? You see it
Yeah.
turning? Okay. You see how this back leg here, when you're live, is doing a little bit more of a weight shift, sideways kind of move to it. And see how your back foot actually kind of slides there, meaning it doesn't have any weight on it, where this one's kind of just spinning and putting weight on it. Okay, so I prefer this down here, the live move at it, this slight little weight shift that should happen every time. But having said that, look at the difference. Look at the difference at the top on the way your bat's moving to the ball. This one up top off the tee is perfect. You see where your hands are at, and your bat is stacked on top of that, on top of your hands. And this one, your bat is flat and it's wrapped around your head. Exactly.
I know I'm not. I know I wasn't. I used to have a habit of doing
How,
that.
how did you know you had a habit of doing that?
Because I seen.
Who would tell you that?
I don't. Conrad. I think he used to tell me that I needed to stop wrapping it because whenever I
Okay.
wrapped it like that, I twisted my.
This is a real. If you can do that live, I mean that is perfect. That is as good as anyone's ever done it. I mean that is a true gift. The problem with this swing is, so just think about it. Your barrel is right there, right on top of your hands. It's shorter to the ball. Look how far your barrel's got to go here. Plus, when you hold the bat flat like that, it gets heavier. Like I can balance it like on its end. Does that make sense? And the more, so it's, like you're holding it off the tee is like this, super light, and then this is heavier, right? I mean, balance it straight up and down, light versus heavy. Got it? Okay. So I'm not asking you to do anything different, learn anything different. I want you to do this. Do you know how you do that?
Yes.
How? What are you thinking about there to get that?
I mean, honestly, I don't. But that's like, whenever I.
So when we land, right, we land from our stride. If I were to go upper body only on this one, that's how we land every single time. And now we either fire our hands or whatever trigger you want to use to finish this swing is what you do. So, meaning, I'm just going to pretend I'm Hayden. I'm Hayden. Okay? Here I am. I'm Hayden. Okay? I'm here. I get here every time. That's where you're at. It's perfect. You see it? Compare. Look at how you look the same. Right? Off the tee. Perfect. Now, once you're here every single pitch, once you're here, whatever your finish button is, whether it's, top hand or pull the bottom hand under, whatever your go button is, your finish button is, that's all you got to do. So you get here every time and you finish. The problem with this position when you land is now we've got such a long way to go, and you even let the bat kind of, I think we talked about that a little last year.
My shoulder.
Well, it's way back laying on your shoulder. Look here. See how it's away from you? This is how we do it, but we've got to be able to get you to do this live. Right, okay? So I have nothing to say but great things about that swing up there. And again, I don't want you to get, my main thing is for this to be simple, 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 and for you to come up with whatever works for you. One thing that might work there is your hands don't go anywhere. They don't travel, okay? Meaning when you step, you want them right here. Maybe you kind of got them high in your stance like this. If you just set them right there at your armpit, you take your step every pitch, right? Your hands don't move. They don't travel. they're going to just fire from right there. Does that make any sense? You're going to kind of, a lot of people think about it as a throw. You're going to throw that top hand from right there. So not letting your hands move might be the thing that works. Do you have any ideas?
I think it'll be easier if I'm right here instead of up here because that's what makes me wrap it around.
Okay, right. So let's see if you're starting the same off the tee. See here, okay. So you're a little higher live, but not too much different. Is it out already? Baby doll, what's the main rule about picking up balls? Always keep a bucket close.
Come on, baby doll.
Okay, so let's watch where we go wrong here. So this one, we're here, and then we kind of doing a bunch of extra stuff with our hands. And at this point, it's.
That's why.
Go ahead. What?
Is that why I keep fouling it off?
Yeah, that's what's
That's
making
exactly
it hard.
why.
You're making it really difficult. You're making it this go a long way and making it much heavier. This guy up here.
I think I know what I do.
This well,
So
but
it's
just
not-
because you know doesn't
doesn't
mean
mean I'm gonna
your
do it.
body's gonna because I can sit here with all this knowledge
Yeah.
I've got. I get out there and start throwing left-handed. It ain't gonna look good because I haven't done it 10,000 times. So something, if you look at the top, let's watch the top girl. See how her hands are just sitting there? They're not going anywhere. They're just sitting there. Look at them. They're still in the same spot. They're still your elbow moves to the ball. Your hands haven't moved. Do you disagree? They're in the same position. That disagree? This top hand is still like this, but like you're gonna slap the pitcher in the face.
Yeah.
Whereas this hand, it goes. You kind of reach back, but mainly what you do is you kind of just turn it this way. So it's the difference between just leaving it here and doing this is causing all the issue. But you've got and this, the girl at the top, her stride is finished, and you're in the perfect position to hit from right there. So you have got to stop moving your. I got it. I'm coming, Nat. What's got to happen is your top hand, whatever hand you're thinking about, has got to quit wrapping the bat and putting it in a bad position. You got to feel like you finish your stride and you're going to fire your top hand, whatever the finish button is that you go with. And I hope I'm not confusing you when I say